Good day, everybody! My name is Corey Beepington, and I'm here to show you and offer you some high quality entertainment. You may have gotten that one or not. Anyway, let's get into this. Next slide, let's go. Welcome to the world of Please Stay Tuned, created by myself and my amazingly talented team over at Closed Circuit Studio. You may call me Corey Beepington, as I mentioned before. And I'm the one leading this thing, as I also mentioned before. Next slide, please. So what is Please Stay Tuned? Please Stay Tuned is a PG-13 rated dramedy, psychological horror elements about this TV head man named CRT, who moves to a very strange and surreal city to achieve the ultimate television goal, being watched. Because I've asked every television, and that they all want that. They all asked. We ran a survey. We focus tested this. I swear. CRT has a little problem. He's a little outdated, and he's only got 12 channels and a fear of crowds, so it might be a little bit difficult for him. So, next slide. So, I want to introduce you all to the wonderful, amazing, beautiful, rated 11.5 stars on TripAdvisor, City of... Sorry, guys, I just got a call from somebody. They said I can't say the name because if I do, I will be terminated. I'm not sure what this means, but... this is awkward. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, welcome to the city. A very surreal city populated by strange, non-human inhabitants inspired by places such as New York, Savannah, Georgia, and a place I grew up called Red Bank, around that area. But we added a 90s flair from shows such as Rocko's Modern Life, Chowder, and Cat Dog. You'll find all sorts of crazy stuff here, like buildings that sell noses, a building that's in the shape of a giant drink. If you want to take a big sippy from that building, you can. We've also got a hotel that's an actual frog. That's pretty cool. And it's so clean and colorful, but something's just a little bit off about it. I don't know what it is. Next slide while I think about that. Here we have some of the talented artists who have made, or should I say, talented work that the artists have made. We have a subway system here that's got all the comforts of a subway system, like tunnels and obnoxious advertising. Who's that guy? You'll meet him soon, but I'm glad he's been going strong for 15 years. Next slide, please. Here you can see two businesses locked in what appears to be a turf war. Very competitive. One has actually reopened to spite the other. It seems some shady business is also going on in between them as a result. What could that be? You might have to watch the show to find out. Next slide, please. Here we have probably one of the more normal buildings, the Tea Leaf, where you can enjoy some tea and watch an amazing show from characters that you will meet very, very, very soon. But it's a very nice place. I've been there once. Great shows, great tea. Do recommend. Next slide, please. So I've been talking about all these weirdos, but you probably want to see who's in the show. So we're going to get to that right now. We've really honed in on trying to make them look wacky and for everyone, because I have to draw them a lot, so they better be fun. Next, please. Here we have the star of the show, CRT, a literal television. We follow him and his goal of being watched, because that's what he wants. He wants to bring high-quality entertainment to everybody in the city. But he's got his problem of, he's a little nervous about that. He's great at parties. He may smell a little weird, but if you don't mind weird smells and your party consists of a little bit less than two people, invite him. He's cool. Next slide, please. Here we have the very wholesome Sonny. He's got his own show called It's a Sunny Day, and he wants to bring all the joy and love to all the people of the city through his show. He's like the nighttime version of Mr. Rogers, but he's still very nice and very wholesome, and he's so happy. Just look at him. He loves frogs, and he loves orange juice, and he smells like lemons. We love him so much. Next slide, please. And speaking of people who love to make the city such a wonderful place, here we have Hostess. She loves solving problems. Some people refer to her as the mother of the city, if you would. If there's a problem, she'll hear it or see it. Look at those ears. Look at those eyes. She sees and hears everything, doesn't she? We actually asked somebody on the street who has a phobia of eyeballs, what do you think of Hostess? And they said, she scares me. I think they may have been a bit biased, but it's something to consider. Next slide, please. Speaking of making things worse, this is Maxie, the great Maxie, a magician who works at the Tea Leaf as the person who does the shows. He's known for one thing, and that is his highly disturbing magic acts. What do they consist of? They consist of whatever the heck is happening in the corner up there. That is disgusting. Maxie, please put that away. There better not be children here. We're PG-13, so they shouldn't be here anyway. But next slide, next slide, next slide. Here we have Perigine, a pigeon who is Maxie's assistant actually, and they are romantically together. A magician always needs his assistant. Perigine is a pigeon with psychic powers, as I said, because that's pretty cool. And they assist using these psychic powers, as well as they're very calm, very chill, and very quiet. So therefore, they serve as his balance to keep things from going off the rails. And they also make all the teas from scratch at the tea leaf. And they're just chill. But with eyes like that, I can't help to think that they may have seen something horrible. We'll find out later. Next slide, please. So remember how I said this was a psychological horror? Yeah, it is. Despite the cheery overlay, Please Stay Tuned deals with a lot of darker themes, such as dealing with anxiety, the search for purpose in life, and in CRT's case, that obsession with being watched and the dark places it may lead him. The less pleasant side of the city and our characters' thoughts are expressed through these uses of mixed media. As shown in the shot below, we have scenes that utilize stop motion, rotoscope, mixed live action. We have everything in a blender that we have decided to throw together to make this. We want these scary scenes to really stand out among the cutesy, fun, cheery world of the city. And please stay tuned. Next slide, please. So we basically put all these things in a blender, and Please Stay Tuned kind of came out after we added some fish juice on it. I squeezed a fish, and it made Please Stay Tuned, and that's how it was made. So if you like this, you probably will like Please Stay Tuned. I promise you. You'll like it. Next slide, please. Our big mission, my mission personally, with creating Please Stay Tuned and why I did it was I love horror, and you can just do so much crazy stuff in animation, and I'm like, man, I want more. So I decided to make it myself. It started from a very small project, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and now a ton of people are helping, and it's wonderful. And it's everything I've ever wanted in a cartoon. It's got surreal humor, a funny guy dealing with an existential crisis, and a pigeon with psychic powers, because that's cool. And maybe it'll give you nightmares. Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to watch and find out. Next slide, please. People love us. People do love us, and I'm very thankful for the small community the show already has. We see all your fan art. I send it all to the team, and I save it to my computer. Thank you. We love you. Next slide, please. In fact, if you're sexy, we are already in production. We've got through pre-production. We've made our first trailer. You can watch it by scanning this QR code or looking in the description. You will find the trailer there, or just scan that QR code. If you're sexy, you will watch it. It will make you sexy, I promise. Just look what it did to me. But we are in production, and we are 8 out of 195 shots done. So we're moving. We're moving very fast. Next slide, please. So thank you for listening to me talk about things. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We have a Twitter page where I post memes and talk about how the show was doing. We have a YouTube channel where everything's going to go at the end. And you can also give us all your money so we can make the cartoon, because making cartoons is expensive. And we want to make this thing as fast as we can and make it as high quality as possible. We love making that high quality entertainment. Plus, we've also got our own show, a preview short. Well, we have our own show, obviously, but a preview short. It's a sunny day about Sonny. So if you want to meet Sonny, you can check out the short in the description. It's so wonderful, and everybody did so good making it. I'm proud of them all, and I hope you like this short too. We also love interviews. If you want to talk to me and have a long and uncomfortable conversation about televisions, please hit me up on Twitter. I'll talk to you for a very long and uncomfortable period of time. Anyway, that's the presentation. Thank you all for listening, and I hope to see you all in the city of... I still can't say the name. I'm sorry, guys. I have a husband and a metaphorical cat. I can't say it, but that's the presentation. Thank you all.
Woo!
See you soon.